Let's straight away get to our list of top stocks to watch this morning. Guys, good morning to all of you. So Darshan, you have to sort of lead this, right? It's all about these auto tariffs. Now tell us the India implications.
Good morning, Survi. So once again, all these auto companies will be in focus, and on the back of tariff announcement made by US President Donald Trump, he has announced that he'll be imposing 25% tariffs on all the cars that are not made in the US and also on the auto parts. And this tariff will be effective April 2. So what all companies will be in focus, especially Indian companies? Two companies that I feel that will be in focus are Tata Motors and Samvardhana Motherson. First up, why Tata Motors? Because US is a key market for Jaguar Land Rover, and it's the key contributor to Tata Motors' total sales. And North America forms nearly 1/3 of the total sales of JLR. And the important point is JLR does not have any production facility in the US. So all the JLR cars that come in the US, basically that are sold in the US, are imported from UK or other countries. Why Samvardhana Motherson will be in focus? Because it generates nearly 20% of its revenue from the US. But the important point is it supplies parts to those companies which export to the US. So those companies, if they are impacted indirectly, it will impact Samvardhana Motherson, and that's the reason these two companies I'm going with red.
All right, so thank you very much for that. We'll try and get some more perspective. We'll try to reach out to the companies, and we'll put them on the air and ask them what their perspective, etc. As well. Well, let's talk about Wipro and Infosys, which are in focus as well. Rima is here to tell us why. Rima, morning.
Hi, good morning. So let me start with Wipro, and the reason is they won a mega deal. $500 million pound, that's about $645 US, spread over 10 years with UK's Phoenix Group, which is an insurance company. So assuming the deal is entirely net new, it's about $645 million over 10 years, so about $65 million in incremental revenues every year, and that roughly translates into about 0.6% of the company's annual revenue as of FY25. Remember, TCS already has a long-standing deal with Phoenix Group, and the understanding is both TCS and Wipro will now be, providing services to Phoenix Group. So it's not that this Wipro deal has come at the expense of TCS. Infy is the other one that we're watching because the company has got a tax refund of 2,949 crore for prior years' tax assessment for the years 2016, 2017 and 2019, 2020. And that's quite sizable because this amount of nearly 2,950 crore, according to analysts, amounts to about 10% of the company's expected profitability for this year. Back to you.
Okay, all right. Thanks a lot for that, Rima. Well, Mangalam joins us to tell us about HUL. Morning, Mangalam.
Good morning. So, in FMCG companies, one of the bigger changes happens when there is a leadership change. And in HUL, the food business has a new leader in the form of Rajneet Kohli. Remember, a couple of weeks ago, Britannia put out a press release saying that their CEO, Rajneet Kohli, has stepped down to pursue external opportunities. And this, now we know, is the external opportunity where he joins as the executive director of HUL Foods division, which is an important division for the company itself. The current, leader out there has moved on to pursue other external opportunities as well. Rajneet has 28 years of experience in, Jubilant Foodworks in Britannia. He's been with Coca-Cola as well as Asian Paints. And having had the opportunity to speak to him over the last 5 years as well, seems like it's a good choice made by HUL. What's also interesting is one of the first few lateral hires that we've seen in HUL at a leadership position. Usually the company promotes internal talent itself. So this will be a very interesting one to track. My sense is we see mild green in HUL because of the credentials that Rajneet brings to the table.
Okay, looking good then for HUL from the leadership changes perspective. Thanks for that, Mangalam. Let's now put the spotlight on Max Financial. I think we have Vivek joining in. Vivek, what's the news?
Well, that's right. Max Financial, again, a block deal over here. We picked up the term sheet last evening. And what we understand is that the promoter, Max Ventures, is looking to sell up to 1.59 or 1.6% stake in the company via the block deal. In fact, sources tell our colleague Nimesh that this particular block deal may happen in the pre-open window itself. What is the price at which this particular block is likely to happen? It's not a discount, less than a 1% discount. So 1,112 to 1,117 is the range that this particular block has been set at. The total size of the block will be in excess of 600 crores. So now remember, Max Ventures held close to 3.22% stake in the company at the end of the December quarter. It will be interesting to see whether the stock can recover post the block deal once it happens.
Okay, all right. Thanks a lot for that, Vivek. Let's go back to Sudarshan. There's news flow coming in on Maruti Suzuki, Ashok Leyland, as well as BSE. Sudarshan, take it away.
So we'll start with Ashok Leyland. Here there are two announcements. First, company has announced that it has begun the process to close the manufacturing and assembly unit of Switch UK. So this might be taken positively, as this was basically a drag on overall the business of Switch Mobility, that is Switch India and Switch UK. So closure of that unit will be taken positively. But the news that can be taken negatively is promoter has created pledge on 30 crore shares, and if you calculate at CMP, its value is coming at more than rupees 6,400 crore. For Maruti, the news is board has approved appointment of Sunil Kakkar to the board, and it's the first time that an Indian employee is added to the board, and he is currently additional director and whole-time director of corporate planning. For BSE, is going to consider the bonus issue on March 30th. Last time the company had considered bonus issue was in 2022, and that was for 2-for-1, in the ratio of 2-for-1.
Okay, all right, got it. So thanks very much for that. So a couple of other stocks in news as well. Vinny is tracking JB Pharma. There's a deal brewing here, Vinny?
Absolutely. We're expecting a deal coming in here, a block deal that has been launched by JB Chemical and Pharma. Here, the seller is Tao Investments Holding Private Limited. This is a subsidiary, wholly owned subsidiary of KKR. Now, we had spoken about it before as well, that KKR is looking to sell stake. So, this is a part of the stake that they're looking to sell. As of now, the offer price is at 1,625 rupees per share, which is at a discount of almost 5% to yesterday's closing price. Block size is 10.2% of the equity stake that they are holding is what they'll be looking to sell, which is worth around 2,576 crore rupees. So, as of December, Tao Investments was holding 53.6% stake in the company. Now they're looking to sell 10.2%, so we'll see that reduction coming in there. And the lockup period is around 90 days on further sale of shares that we're watching out for. So important to keep an eye out on JB Pharma. We could expect to see some red on the screen.
Okay, all right. Thanks a lot for that, Vinny. Well, here's a quick recap of all the top stocks that we just covered for you. The ones with positive news flow include Wipro, Infosys, HUL, Maruti, as well as BSE. While stocks with negative news flow include Tata Motors, Samvardhana Motherson, Max Financial, JB Pharma, and Ashok Leyland.